Take a deep breath. Slow down. This is not a message to rush through. This is a message to sit with. There are moments in life when something inside you feels heavy, but you don't know how to explain it. You smile. You talk. You go through the day. But inside, you feel tired. Not tired from work. Not tired from effort. Tired from people. Tired from noise. Tired from being in places that don't feel right anymore. Zen philosophy begins here, not with answers, but with awareness. When your soul feels tight, it is trying to tell you something. And most people ignore this feeling. They stay, they explain, they argue, they try harder. Zen says, listen instead. Sometimes your soul is not asking you to fix things. Sometimes it is asking you to step back. You don't want revenge. You want peace. Notice something. If you wanted revenge, your heart would feel hot. If you wanted to fight, your thoughts would be loud. But if you want peace, you feel quiet, exhaustion. That is a very different feeling. It feels like saying, I don't want to do this anymore. Zen respects this feeling. Zen does not shame it. Zen says, when the mind is tired, rest it. When the heart is tired, protect it. You don't disappear because you hate people. You disappear because you love peace. Staying too long changes you. There is a danger Zen warns about. When you stay too long in places that drain you, you slowly become someone you don't recognize. You become impatient. You become angry. You become bitter. Not because you are bad, but because your soul is suffocating. Zen teaches, do not let the environment poison your nature. If a flower does not grow, we don't blame the flower. We change the soil. Hatred is not strength. Many people think anger makes them strong. Zen quietly disagrees. Anger ties you to what hurt you. Hatred keeps the wound open. Every time you remember, every time you replay, every time you feel angry, you are still there. Zen asks, why stay where you already left? Leaving without hatred is real freedom. You are not required to be understood. This is one of the hardest truths. Not everyone will understand why you changed. Not everyone will understand why you left. And that is okay. Zen teaches, understanding is a gift, not a demand. If you try to make everyone understand you, you will lose yourself. Sometimes silence is kinder than explanation. Distance can be loving. Distance does not mean cruelty. Distance does not mean hate. Distance means, I choose peace over chaos. Zen monks often lived far from crowds, not because they hated people, but because silence helped them stay human. Your energy is limited. Zen sees energy as precious. Every argument costs energy. Every explanation costs energy. Every emotional reaction costs energy. If something gives nothing back, why keep paying? Peace is not free. It requires boundaries. This is where disappearing begins. Disappearing does not start outside. It starts inside. You stop reacting first. You stop explaining second. You stop chasing last. And one day, you realize you are already gone. If this part feels heavy, that's okay. You are not losing something. You are becoming aware. Awareness always comes before peace. Take a breath. There is more clarity coming. Take a slow breath. You are not here to fight. You are not here to prove anything. You are here to understand how to leave without carrying anger. Because anger is heavy, and Zen is about becoming light. Anger feels powerful, but it traps you. Anger feels strong at first. It makes your heart beat faster. It makes your thoughts sharp. It makes you feel alive. But Zen sees what comes after. After anger comes exhaustion. After anger comes regret. After anger comes emptiness. Anger takes more than it gives. Zen teaches something very simple. If something drains you after it excites you, it is not strength. It is a trap. Why anger keeps you connected? Think about this quietly. When you feel angry at someone, where is your mind? It is with them. When you replay what they said, where is your energy? It is with them. When you imagine what you should have said, where are you living? In the past, Zen asks a gentle question: why stay connected to something you want to leave? Anger is not separation. Anger is attachment. Leaving with anger is still staying. Many people leave loudly. They argue. They explain. They accuse. They want the other person to feel guilty. Zen says, if you leave with anger, you are still carrying the place with you. You may walk away with your body, but your mind stays behind. Zen is not impressed by dramatic exits. Zen values clean exits. You don't need to win the ending. This is difficult for many people. We want the last word. We want to be right. We want others to understand our pain. Zen teaches a hard truth. Peace does not come from winning. Peace comes from letting go of the need to win. You do not need to prove you were right to live a peaceful life. You do not need them to admit they were wrong for you to move forward. Sometimes the greatest victory is walking away quietly. Anger is a cry for understanding. Zen does not judge anger. Zen understands it. Anger often says, please see me. Please understand me. Please acknowledge my pain. But not everyone is capable of understanding, and forcing understanding creates more pain. Zen teaches, if someone cannot hear you, stop shouting. Silence is not giving up. Silence is choosing sanity. Let go of the story. Notice how anger survives. It survives through stories. He shouldn't have done that. She didn't respect me. They always treat me like this. The story repeats. The pain repeats. Zen says, you don't have to delete the past. You just have to stop replaying it. When you stop feeding the story, anger starves. You are allowed to leave without blame. This is important. Leaving does not require blame. You don't need to label anyone bad. You don't need to decide who was wrong. Sometimes two people are simply not aligned. Zen accepts this without drama. Just because something didn't work doesn't mean it failed. It taught you something, and now it's time to go. Silence is a form of respect. Many people think silence is rude. Zen sees silence as respect. Respect for yourself. Respect for your energy. Respect for the moment. Silence says, I will not turn this into a battlefield. You don't need to respond to every message. You don't need to explain every decision. Calm distance is enough. Why calm leaving feels strange at first. At first, leaving without anger feels empty. You may feel like, shouldn't I feel something? Why am I not more upset? Why am I so quiet? Zen says, this quiet is healing. You are used to noise. You are used to tension. You are used to emotional storms. Peace feels unfamiliar at first. Give it time. Stop waiting for apologies. One of the biggest reasons anger stays is waiting for apologies. Waiting for someone to say, I was wrong. I hurt you. I understand now. Zen teaches, do not tie your peace to someone else's awareness. Some people never apologize. Some people never reflect. Your peace must not depend on that. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Zen speaks gently about forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean what happened was okay. Forgiveness means, I will not let this live inside me anymore. You don't forgive for them. You forgive to set yourself free. Leaving without anger is a skill. This does not happen overnight. Sometimes anger returns. Sometimes memories rise. Zen does not punish you for this. Zen reminds you, every time anger appears, notice it. Do not fight it. Do not feed it. Just notice it and let it pass, like clouds in the sky. You don't need closure from others. Zen offers inner closure. Closure does not always come from conversations. Sometimes it comes from understanding, This chapter is complete. No final meeting, no final message. Just acceptance. Your calm will confuse some people. When you leave calmly, some people will feel uncomfortable. They expected emotion. They expected drama. Your calm takes that away. Zen does not explain itself. Zen moves on. You are not cold, you are clear. People may say, you changed. You're cold now. You don't care anymore. Zen says, you didn't become cold. You became clear. You stopped leaking energy. Clarity often looks like distance to those who benefited from your closeness. The weight lifts slowly. As days pass, something changes. Your chest feels lighter. Your thoughts slow down. Your sleep improves. This is the reward of leaving without anger. Peace returns quietly. If you feel calm right now, that is not emptiness. That is space. And space is where healing begins. There is more ahead. In the next part, you will learn why silence itself becomes power. Take a breath. You are doing well. Take a slow breath. Nothing is missing right now. Nothing needs to be fixed. Nothing needs to be proven. This part is about silence. Not the silence of fear, not the silence of weakness, but the silence that comes from inner strength. Why silence feels uncomfortable at first. Many people are afraid of silence. When things go quiet, their thoughts get louder. They worry. They replay memories. They imagine what others think. Zen understands this. Silence feels uncomfortable because we are used to noise. We are used to explaining. We are used to reacting. We are used to filling every gap with words. Zen gently teaches, silence is not empty. Silence is honest. Words are often used to protect the ego. Notice how often people speak to defend themselves, to explain their behavior, to correct others, to avoid being misunderstood. Zen watches this and asks, what happens when you stop speaking? At first, the ego feels scared. It says, they will think I lost. They will misunderstand me. They will forget me. Zen replies quietly, let them. Your peace does not depend on being understood by everyone. Silence removes you from emotional games. Many conflicts are not about truth. They are about reaction. Someone says something to provoke you. Someone pushes to get a response. Someone waits for emotion. When you respond emotionally, the game continues. When you remain silent, the game ends. Zen teaches, silence is not passive. Silence is final. It removes you from the battlefield. Why silence feels like power to others. When you stop reacting, something strange happens. People feel unsure. They expected defense. They expected emotion. They expected explanation. But silence gives them nothing to hold. Zen does not use silence to control. Zen uses silence to detach. And detachment feels powerful to those who are attached to drama. Silence protects your energy. Every word you speak costs a little energy. Every argument costs more. Every emotional reaction costs even more. Zen respects energy deeply. If a conversation does not bring clarity, silence is cheaper. Zen asks, why spend energy on what brings no peace? You do not need to be available all the time. Silence also means availability. You do not need to answer every message. You do not need to respond immediately. You do not need to be emotionally present for everyone. Zen teaches healthy distance. Distance is not rejection. Distance is balance. Just like night follows day, silence follows speech. Silence helps you hear yourself. When the noise stops, something beautiful happens. You start hearing your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own needs. Zen believes most suffering comes from not listening to yourself. Silence is how you return. Silence is stronger than explanation. Explanations invitent débat. Debate invites resistance. Resistance invites conflict. Zen skips all of this. Zen chooses silence. Not to punish others, but to protect the self. People who respect you will understand silence. Those who care about you will feel your calm. They will not demand explanations. They will not push you. Those who only valued your reactions will feel uncomfortable. This reveals truth without words. Silence is a boundary. A boundary does not need to be loud. A boundary can be quiet. Silence says, I will not engage in this. I will not carry this. I will not feed this. Zen boundaries are gentle but firm. You are not responsible for others' feelings. This is a heavy burden many people carry. They feel guilty for being quiet. They feel guilty for stepping back. Zen teaches freedom here. You are responsible for your actions, not for others' emotions. Silence does not harm. It simply stops overgiving. When silence feels lonely, there will be moments. When silence feels lonely, when you miss old noise, when you miss familiar chaos, Zen reassures you. Loneliness is temporary. Peace is lasting. Do not confuse absence of noise with absence of connection. You are reconnecting with yourself. Silence trains the mind. Every time you choose silence, you train your mind to pause, to breathe, to observe, to respond calmly. Zen is not about perfection. It is about practice. Your presence changes when you embrace silence. You walk differently. You listen more. You react less. People feel this. You become steady, grounded, hard to disturb. Not because you are cold, but because you are centered. Silence is not forever. Zen does not say never speak. Zen says speak when necessary. Speak with purpose. Speak with calm. Speak without attachment. Silence teaches you when words matter. The peace of not needing to be heard. There is deep peace in not needing to be heard, not needing agreement, not needing validation, not needing applause. Zen calls this inner freedom. If you feel calmer now, that is your inner power waking up. Silence is not something you do. Silence is something you become. In the next part, we will talk about outgrowing people and places, without guilt and without burning bridges. Take a slow breath. You are moving forward quietly. Take a slow breath. Nothing is wrong with you. Nothing is broken. What you are feeling is growth, and growth often feels like distance. Why outgrowing feels so confusing? Outgrowing something does not feel exciting at first. It feels strange. It feels uncomfortable. It feels lonely. You look at people and places that once felt familiar, and suddenly they feel heavy. You may ask yourself, why do I feel different? Why don't I fit here anymore? What changed? Zen answers softly, you changed, and that is allowed. Growth does not always feel like happiness. Many people think growth feels joyful. Zen knows better. Growth often feels quiet. It feels like discomfort. It feels like restlessness, just like a child outgrows clothes. The clothes did not become bad. They just no longer fit. You do not outgrow people because they are wrong. You outgrow them because you are becoming more yourself. You can love people and still leave. This is one of the hardest lessons. You can love someone and still need distance. You can appreciate a place and still walk away. Zen teaches that love does not mean attachment. Love can exist without closeness. Sometimes love looks like letting go. Why staying out of guilt hurts you? Many people stay because they feel guilty. They think, they've been there for me. I owe them. I can't just leave. Zen speaks gently here. Staying where you are shrinking helps no one. Not you, not them. Resentment grows where honesty is missing. Leaving kindly is better than staying bitter. You are not abandoning, You are honoring yourself. Outgrowing is often misunderstood. People may say, "You changed. You forgot us. You think you're better now." Zen does not argue. Zen understands. Choosing yourself is not betrayal. It is survival. You are not abandoning others. You are honoring your inner truth. Why? Growth often separates paths. As you grow, your values change. What you tolerate changes. What you enjoy changes. What drains you becomes clear. Some people grow with you. Some stay where they are. Zen says, not everyone is meant to walk every part of your path. Some walk with you for a season. Some only for a moment. This is natural. You don't need to announce your growth. You don't need to explain your evolution. You don't need to convince others that you've changed. Zen grows quietly. Like roots under the ground, growth happens unseen. Let your life show it. Outgrowing places is just as important. Sometimes it's not people, it's places. A job, a routine, a lifestyle. What once felt exciting now feels draining. Zen listens to this feeling. If a place no longer supports your peace, it is okay to leave. You don't have to hate it. You don't have to criticize it. Just move on. Why nostalgia can trap you? Nostalgia can be gentle, but it can also be a trap. You remember the good times. You forget the stress. You forget how you felt inside. Zen teaches balance. Respect the past, but do not live in it. You are not meant to go backward just because it feels familiar. Letting go without burning bridges. Zen does not believe in destruction. You don't need to burn bridges to move forward. You can step away quietly, with respect, with calm. Not every ending needs conflict. Some endings need peace. Outgrowing can feel lonely at first. When you step into a new version of yourself, you may walk alone for a while. This can feel scary. Zen reassures you, solitude is not punishment. It is preparation. You are creating space for what matches who you are becoming. You are not responsible for keeping others comfortable. This is important. Your growth may make others uncomfortable. They may miss the old you. They may prefer who you were before. Zen teaches freedom here. You are not responsible for staying small, so others feel comfortable. Growth requires honesty. Why you should not chase old connections. When you outgrow something, do not chase it back. Do not force yourself into places that no longer fit. Zen says, what flows naturally stays. What resists teaches you to let go. Trust this. Your new path will feel quiet. The new path may not be loud. It may not have applause. It may not feel exciting at first. Zen reminds you, peace often arrives quietly. Do not mistake quiet for emptiness. It is fullness without noise. You will meet new alignment. As you grow, new people will appear. New places will feel right. Not because you searched desperately, but because you made space. Zen believes alignment happens when you stop forcing. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to choose again. You are allowed to evolve. Zen does not lock you into old choices. Life is movement. If you feel emotional right now, that's okay. You are letting go of what no longer fits. This is not loss. This is growth. In the final part, we will talk about returning to yourself and living peacefully after disappearing. Take a slow breath. You are exactly where you need to be.